Hey guys, it's me. I don't know how good that shot is. I was doing videos on like the bees and the chickens, so now I'm just gonna do like one video to give kind of like an overview of what's going on. Go to the bees first. Kind of like redoing everything. It looks like a big junk pile, but there is a plan. The bees had a lot of action here today. They were going real crazy. A lot of activity. Settled down a little bit. It's starting to get nighttime. I think this winter I'm going to build some Waray hives, and I'm going to get away from this top bar hive. So I've done a lot more research on it. And look at all those combs. There's tons of bees, huh? I've done a lot more research on it, and one of the things they say is that it's really hard to overwinter a top bar hive because the bees have to go vertically to get food, and the bees don't like to do that. Let me see if you can get a good picture here. Yeah, they don't like to go vertical. They like to go horizontal through the combs, up and down. So I'm gonna go with the Waray hive and get rid of this top bar hive. Another reason is because I can fit 3 Waray hives right there in the same space that this top bar hive's taken up. And in the city, space comes at a premium. So my wood pile and all this stuff. This is our garden. It's a little garden. We're just now starting to get into gardening, so this is like our first trial garden. Next year this is all going to be corn. And I'm going to build a fence. I'm going to replace this fence with a privacy fence. And the fence is going to go all the way around. And then right here where this garden stops, I'm going to put raised garden beds all along the privacy fence line. And see those IBC containers? I cut them in half, and I'm going to make wicking beds out of them so that they hold water in the bottom, and the plants will always have water. You just fill it from a tube that goes down to the bottom, and there's a layer of gravel, so it'll always hold water. And you gotta excuse the mess because I'm always doing something out here. I built my 300-gallon water storage for my rainwater. I got about 600 gallons in there right now. I gotta build a fence around it so that it looks halfway decent, so my wife will quit complaining. The deck. I've been staining the deck. Still not finished, but I got most of it stained. Here's what I'm turning the IBC coats into. They're raised garden beds, wicking beds. Like I said, there'll be a layer of gravel in the bottom and a tube that comes up so you can pour water in it. And then there'll be a hole that comes out the side so the water can only go like right above the gravel bed. And then it'll wick up into the compost or whatever you're using for your soil. This is what they're going to look like when they're done. I completed one. So they're not halfway. They're pretty decent looking. My wife's been doing a bunch of planning out here. What the house looks like. I'll show it to you guys when it's all planted up. Take you to the basement to see the chickens real quick. And I'm doing some vermicomposting down there with a worm bin. I got it online. My first batch of worms died. I only had 250 of them though, and they were European night crawlers. So I switched them out. They all died. I switched them out. I think they died because it got too hot and I had them on my front porch. So I switched them out with the red wigglers. I got 1,000 red wigglers today. Here's the girls. You guys have already seen how the chicken coop all works. They haven't started laying eggs yet, but I'm hoping pretty soon. You guys got to start earning your keep. I'm tired of feeding you. Got to start feeding me. This is also where I work on my pottery. Got the wheel here. Potter's wheel. I got a bunch of molds for pottery over here. I haven't really had much success in using them because you got to use liquid clay. I tried to liquefy my own and use it, but it didn't work all that well. So here's some pots I threw. These are like flower pots. There's another working table for when you want to work on clay. That's where my wife does the laundry. And here's my worm bed. This is I think it's called the Worm Factory or something like that. Let me see. Worm Cafe. So yeah, it's been a pretty good bed. I like the way it's long and square, so it kind of fits right here. There's the red wigglers. Let's see if we can dig some up. Yeah, 1,000 red wigglers, so they're all over. Hopefully they live. I think they'll do a lot better down here in the basement. I was just trying to keep them close upstairs so that we could just put stuff. Because a lot of times if you put them down and out where you're not like always on top of it, people forget to water them and feed them. So hopefully people will... I put it right here by the laundry so my wife can always check on it when she comes down here to do laundry. But it's been a pretty good setup. I mean, I've already I get that worm tea all the time, and that stuff is phenomenal. I use it on my plants, and I can, you know, it's kind of like you can dramatically tell the difference. So I highly recommend it. I still haven't been able to use any of the castings yet, but we'll see. Alright, that's it guys. Hope you like it. Thanks.